Hi everybody, this is Zari Ballard. Welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is going to be about why it is so difficult to leave the narcissist and what you can do about it. Because the key to that is really one word: sustainability. And I'll explain to you how we can logically use that to break those twisted ties. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I've been gone a little while. Sorry about that. I'm just going to kind of wing it today because there's a lot to talk about. And I'm going to, before I do anything though, hit those bells, buttons, whatever you got to do to keep it coming up there. I know I've been gone so long I probably lost all my spot in the search engines, but oh well, that's the way it goes. Okay, what I'm finding again, and I don't know how many times I can talk about the same thing, but trying to figure out a way that makes it easier for people, because it doesn't do me any good if people call me for consultations and then they can't get better. I mean, that doesn't do anything for my reputation or anything else. So I want you to get better. Okay, I want you to get a lot better. I want you to get away from this narcissist, whether you're a guy, whether you're a girl. And I'm trying to figure out a way. We all know it's so difficult to leave. No matter what they do, we just stay around. And it's ridiculous, but it's true. So what do we do about that? Okay, how can we think about it? People always say to me, how can I get them out of my head? What can I do? How can I end this? I can't end it. I don't even want to be with this person. But I just can't seem to let go. They keep coming back, or I feel the compulsion to reach out, and I've been there and done that. And it really comes down to one word, okay? And it's about sustainability. These relationships just aren't sustainable. I know that intellectually you know that. But at some point in our life, we've got to make a decision based on just logic. Like, I don't know, because it can't be any other way. If you know that something, at some point in our life, we've got to make a decision based on a long term. A narc, once you realize that they're a narc, and you're learning about it, calling me, reading books, obsessed with on the internet every day, looking, reading different stories, and just can't get enough. It's like you soak it up like a sponge. Okay, once you know all that stuff, the biggest factor is what? That the narc can't be fixed. Silent treatments and passive-aggressive behavior and all that crap, that's never going to be fixed because they like that. That is the crazy part of it all. They like themselves just the way they are. So you don't need to feel bad and all that. What you need to think about is, if you're going to feel bad for anybody, you need to feel bad for you. If you can look ahead a year out and still see the same thing happening, then it's got to go. I have this analogy, or this metaphor, you want to call it, about a car. Say you have this beautiful car, and you love it, and you just have had a blast with it. It's fast, it's sexy, it's an awesome car. But then it breaks down one day, and it's sitting in your driveway, and there's only room in that driveway for one car, and it's just sitting there, and you love it. And you wish it would go back to being the car that it was when you first got it, because, man, that was amazing. But after that, all it did was give you nothing but trouble. Cost you money, anxiety, aggravation, and now it's just sitting there. And there isn't a mechanic in town, not one single one, that can fix it. In fact, they're all telling you, that can't be fixed. So what are you going to do? Like, eventually, you're going to have to move it. You're going to have to sell it. You're going to have somebody tow it away. Jesus for junk, or whatever those places are. Just take it away. Because and you might cry and you look at it as it's being towed away and all that, but it has to be done. Okay, that is what it's like with a narc. It's like I'm not saying you can't think about it and wish it could be, or love this person, or even miss this person. But when it can't be, it just can't be. And I know there's decisions in our life that we have to make because of that. And you've probably already made a bunch of them over the years. Maybe it was about a job. You know, you really thought you should take that promotion. But the truth was, it wasn't going to be feasible to you or your family. So you had to say no. That's it. I mean, you might feel bad about it. You might think about the money that you lost, but you're still going to make the right decision. You got to make the right decision. If this person can make you insane, crazy making behaviors, if they can do that to you, and you still can't pull away, then you've got to figure out what works for you. Is it, what's going to make you do it? Think about sustainability for your whole family, for your children, for the fact that maybe you're not doing as well in your career as you should be because you're dealing with this mind fuck all the time. Okay? Remember, they don't really care if they're with you physically as long as they're in your head. So they're going to make sure that they're in your head all the time. Even if that means a little phone call here and there, even if you haven't seen him. And if you're not having sex with this motherfucker, what is the point? Okay. How long can you stay in it? And what I'm finding is that the age group of the people that are calling me are like anywhere between like 40 and 55. Okay? And that, especially in your late, narcs can ruin your 40s, especially if you're a girl. He'll make sure that he ruins your 40s. So when you turn 50, he's gone. Okay? They like to do that. So be wary of that. But all I can say is don't do it. Don't waste your 40s. I did. Just don't do it. Don't allow somebody to come in and mess with your life like that. You don't have to have any self-blame. I'm not a big person on self-blame. Anybody who's ever talked to me knows that. You don't stay with a narc to punish yourself for staying with a narc. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? Okay, self-blame is non-productive. And the whole thing about forgiveness, and this video is going to be, is like a whole bunch of, anything that's coming to my head. The whole thing about forgiveness, don't worry about it. Don't feel like, I know there's that old adage that I have to be able to forgive so I can move on. I don't believe that. Okay, that fade. I mean, the anger or whatever it is that you feel towards that person, it fades over time. But it's better to do it that way than to spend a whole bunch of time right after you broke up, or maybe before you broken up, trying to forgive this person. And how do you do that? You blame yourself. You're trying to figure out ways maybe that you participated in the game, which of course we do. This is a very different situation. You got to figure out a logical way to get yourself out of it. All right, you've got to think logically. You have like a intrusive thought. You're sitting there at work and you're trying to concentrate, and all of a sudden you start thinking of something that just makes you want to cry, or you get triggered by a song on the radio, or somebody says something, or the smell, or mine used to be the way the wind blew my hair. I don't know why, but in the way in the summer in the warm wind, that would make me feel so sad, and I don't know why. Okay, you're standing in line at the supermarket and the couple in front of you is holding hands, or he's got his arm around you. Like, whatever can trigger you. There's so many things. You've got to push past it instantly. Don't let yourself give into it. I used to let myself give into it. If I got triggered in a supermarket, I would leave my groceries and walk right out. So, and then sit in the car and cry. What's the point of that? Okay, there's no point in it. Okay, you're wasting time. Because the dynamics are so different with these people. It's not as simple as just breaking up and then just like getting over the heartbreak. You have to really be proactive. Everybody's got their own little step to take. Okay? Don't think about all these nostalgic things. Don't allow yourself to do that. You can't control the thoughts that come into your head, but you can definitely control the reaction that you give them, what you feed into it. Okay? You don't have to sit and dwell on it at all. If you need to write a letter to your, maybe sometimes I tell people, write a letter. Lay it all out. Okay, lay it all out. Do it in longhand. Don't type it. Do it in longhand. That's very cathartic. And read it and stick it in a drawer. Get it out somehow, but do not give in to not wanting to be alone maybe at a certain age. You're going to get past all that. You really are. You're going to be able to be by yourself. And you're going to be, look, for the first time in my life, okay, and this has, this is even before the narc. This would be the first time if I met somebody that I would bring no baggage to the relationship. I've never been able to say that ever. I brought a lot of baggage. Brought lots of baggage. And I was really tolerant of baggage too. Yeah, baggage, hey, bring it in, But not now. I mean, I don't have any baggage. I don't know if I tolerate any baggage. That would probably be my first red flag. If I'm meeting somebody and I'm seeing a lot of baggage flying around in words, I'm going to nip it in the bud right there, narc or not. Okay? But it took me, even 2 years ago, I probably couldn't have said that. It feels good. I mean, whether I'll meet somebody, I don't know. I don't know. I got lots of things going on. I'm not really sure. I don't know. But if I do, it would be the perfect time. And do I wish that I'd gotten to that point sooner? Yeah, sure. But I didn't. And I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I mean, life's one big fucking lesson. And I don't think that we ever really get to the end of that education. Seriously. And this is just one piece of it. So it's all about sustainability. What is sustainable for you? What do you need? What do you want 5 years out from today? What do you want? Do you want to be married and have kids? Do you want to be traveling? Do you want what environment do you want to be in? You'd be surprised how many women that I've spoken with that are trying to get away from a narc have had cancer. Okay? Either they've had it and survived it, or they're just going through it, or they're being tested for it. And, it's not, in the beginning I was like, wow, but now I know it's not a coincidence. It manifests. This kind of rumination and dwelling, it all manifests. Okay? And it can make us physically sick. So I just wanted to put that out to you today about sustainability. I'm trying to think of ways that it's going to make it click. Okay? It's going to make it click. There's many things that did it for me. I took it one step at a time. And you can still do that. Breaking up with a narcissist, one little decision at a time. But the decisions have to be towards an end. We get addicted to the very drama that we hate. My saying, and that's what we do. We become participants in the game inadvertently. And while we cause it to ourselves, we've been trained that way. So many things to it. No matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. It's not sustainable. It's not for the long term. So if it's not for the long term, and you can't look a year ahead and see it getting any better because you already know everything you need to know about narcissism, and you know that it can't be fixed, then what are you going to do? Logically, you just get out. You make a deal. You go no contact. You do everything you can to keep the times between the interactions between you and the narc longer and longer. And eventually, your mind heals. Your heart catches up with your head. You retrain your brain back to normal. So, and you deserve that. We all deserve it. If the world ends tomorrow, if the world ends tomorrow and you're still with a narc, that's fucked up. Okay? Because we can only make memories going forward. And the narc isn't going to bring you anything. It's nothing new under the sun. Every day is the same for a narc. Every day. But your day doesn't have to be the same. That's what I'm saying. You can change it. You can look ahead. If it looks a little foggy when you look at your future, if you're looking down the road and it's a little foggy, that's okay. I'd rather be foggy and you can create whatever you want out of it than look ahead and see the same thing going on. I found a journal entry one time, one last thing. Found a journal entry. And it was so sad. I was, I guess, writing in a journal during one of these bad times. And then a couple pages later was another journal entry, but it was like 5 years forward. And it was basically the same journal entry. Nothing had changed. Not a thing. Nothing. Like, the dates were interchangeable. That was an eye-opener. It was an eye-opener for me. What happened in those 5 years? Nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing changed. And nothing was going to change. So if it's not sustainable, you got to get rid of it. Just like the car. Even if you love it. Even if it was fast and sexy and fun. It's not sustainable. It doesn't run. It doesn't work. It's not going to do right by you. It's just going to cause you grief and anxiety. So think about what will make you, what would logically make you be able to break it off, even if you didn't want to. That's the key. Even if you don't want to, there's some things in life that you just got to do because it's the right thing. And that's what you need to know. How long do we have here? So you got to start making those decisions. It's not, every day is fleeting. So anyway, just think about that. Sustainability. I know this is kind of a weird video. It's kind of all over the place. I know I've been out of the loop. I just want to get back and get used to making the videos and talking to you guys and everything else. So anyway, thanks for coming by and watching the When Love is Alive video blog podcast. I'm going to try to get back on track. My books are on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles and Kobo and Smashwords and all that. Make sure you hit the like button and the bells and the whistles and the subscribe button, and go to my blog, thenarcissisticpersonality.com. Book some time, talk with me. I can make you better. I'm a tough love. It's all about tough love with me, but you'll like it. And we'll get to be like that, believe me, because we've been in the same boat. So you have a wonderful day. Again, this is Zari Ballard from the When Love is Alive video blog podcast, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.